Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is your artist Anayo, and we're gonna get straight into this sketchbook tour. Another one that I have finished. I ended up painting a little bit on it. The sketch that was here, it's how much I used it that it kind of rubbed off. And this is the Da Vinci sketchbook with 192 pages, and it's from Dollarama. This is the cost. I kind of drew a little bit on the back, and a sticker or tattoo was added. So let's get into here and see what we have. You'll also notice that the date here does not correspond with the date that I started this, because every time for the first page, I don't do the first page. I don't start off at the first page. It's usually a page that I do later on, or when I'm done the book. It was started on April 26, 2022. I know I finished it this year. I have to put in the date, and we'll see the date at the end of the book. So let's go. So I did a giraffe. I colored it with crayon on some printer paper because I did not have my sketchbook at the time, and I ended up cutting it out. And next we'll have I don't know, like a character kind of based off of me, kind of not, and that's what we'll start the book with. So there's a bunch of birds here. I love drawing birds and nature. I have some glow-in-the-dark paint on this, and I will make a separate video on this, just showing you exactly what I added to this page, just experimenting. I started off this book with doing some painting studies and just experimenting with some acrylic paints. And this book does have a lot of nature in it, and I guess because a lot of it was through the pandemic, so it's every time that I went out for walks or was just inspired by nature. On my balcony of my apartment, I get these really cool views of the moon, so I tend to take a lot of pictures and do that. And then we're back to the characters of my girls. I believe I have a digital version up on my channel, and if I do find it, you will see it on the screen somewhere. This was just documenting a day, just taking my dog out for a walk, so you'll see like just him smiling, some of the things I saw with the hubby. I don't tend to draw everything proper in a book because it's just a page, and I just open up to a blank page and just start drawing. So here are some body studies. Here is a plant study that I don't think turned out as good, but it is what it is. Here are some studies from going to the beach at the lake, and some bodies that sometimes don't end up happening. This again was at the lake. There was a bunch of swans, so I drew them, and then there was like a bunch of plants and stuff, so I take a lot of reference photos. You might see her, and I really love this. I'm just sad that this kind of got some of the graphite from that, but it is what it is. I noticed that there is a constant theme of just me drawing like women, nature, islands, all kinds of things like that, so you'll see a lot of them here. And again, the graphite kind of transferred over, but it is a sketchbook, so as long as the ideas are there, it is what it is. This is Crayola pencil crayons, so you don't really need like expensive supplies to do things in your sketchbook. My sketchbook is more of like a playground for me, just getting out ideas, doing what I feel like that day, things that make me happy, things that are in my mind. Sometimes I might look at a reference photo and just see like a character, and I will just end up drawing that. Sometimes they happen great, and sometimes they don't. But again, that is always my constant thing that you will hear a lot in my videos is me just saying, you know, do what, just be happy with it, you know. So this is Crown, again an island theme. This was from Life. The sky was setting, and so I was on my balcony, and I just ended up just taking my watercolors out there and just painting. So a lot of this ideas come from life, but it also comes from photos, like things I might see on Instagram or Pinterest. Pinterest is one of my go-tos, and I think I have it to the point that anytime that I log in, like I don't even like pin things anymore because things just keep showing up on my feed that I just end up thinking of an idea, picking that like reference out, and then that's it. Like I don't even pin things anymore. Like great things just happen. I was trying to do a painting for someone, but it didn't come through, but I might just make a series of it. And this is just being present in my daily sketches. Sometimes I feel like painting, sometimes I feel like drawing. A lot of the time it's pen or pencil crayons because it's very accessible and easy. Like everybody has at least a pen or even pencil crayons, especially if you have kids or if you go to school, like you all have crayons or pencil crayons. And it just goes to show you, you don't need anything really expensive to start your sketchbook or to start drawing or just to have fun, you know. And I feel like we come on YouTube and we see like all these like sketchbook tours with like perfect pages and, you know, well done paintings in a sketchbook, when a sketchbook really should be messy and all of your ideas and all of your thoughts and really like pretty much whatever you want it to be. Some people have sketchbooks that are really sketchy and messy, and their journey of learning, some like to document things and have writings and quotes and things like that. Mine is just, as you can see, it's very sketchy, it's very messy, and it's filled with like a lot of women and portraits and animals. And a lot of these things aren't planned. Like it's just me opening up my book, finding like a reference and just going. See, I have like a lot of like Pokemon codes here. Like look how rough these sketches are. And I'm actually really proud of this sketchbook because there's a lot of like spreads here that I never intended as a spread, but I just kept going and it ended up looking very unique and together. And sometimes they look very separated for each page. If I feel like painting, then I'll paint. And if I don't, then that's okay. And I think this one has a lot of potential of just getting better in bodies and portraits and drawing women and getting out different character ideas, because I started out drawing a lot of my own characters, especially with the whole anime phase that I went through in high school. Sometimes I draw from life, sometimes I just draw characters from my own mind. And this one has some aesthetic pages, as you can see. I just added a little bit more to certain poses that I really like. Sometimes I just leave it as is. And here I just started like finding like different things that I like, putting things together and coloring with the most like inexpensive things. And I like using things from the dollar store because that's basically how I got started. Like I couldn't afford anything. It was like a luxury just to go and window shop. But I went to the dollar store, dealt with the shitty supplies, and now that the dollar store is having all these better supplies, I like testing them out because I know there's a lot of younger artists that can't afford anything from the dollar store. And with inflation and the prices going up, I want to make videos to show you that you don't need like expensive things. You don't need expensive markers or any brand name things. You can just do with what you have. And that is the beauty of a sketchbook, and just seeing your growth and just seeing my growth, like for how much that I drew already in the sketchbook, gives me more inspiration for my new ones. So this is the end of the book, and it looks like I ended it off in January of this year. So that's pretty cool. I did some math here with my kids, so I ended up just drawing some things and just pasting it in to finish off the book, and I really like them, so I'll probably make stickers of them. Let me know what kind of things that you'd like to see as stickers, and as always, I will see you in the next video. I will have a playlist of all my sketchbook tours and continue to keep you updated on the newest sketchbook that I'm currently working on right now. So again, this is your favorite artist, Nayo, and I'll see you in my next video.